The lyrics "Siempre seré tu negrita," which translates to "I'll always be your little black girl" in English, set Twitter on fuego. Did the perceived queen of Latinidad claim to be black?
She doesn't necessarily represent a negrita, you know what I'm saying?
I'm Dominican and I identify as Afro-Latina.
If you look at me, I'm light skinned, I'm a yellow bone in my opinion.
No, you're not light skinned, you're not a yellow bone. You're just not. If you do not see skin, how did you know that you are yellow bone as opposed to white, as opposed to a dark skinned black woman? Dani Leigh, if you are light skinned now, then who is this?
Hey Lord, it's your girl Dani Leigh.
So if you've not been living under a rock, you must be aware of the song that Dani Leigh recently released called Yellow Bone. It wasn't really released. She showed a snippet on the app Thriller and the world was in shock horror. So I'm gonna do a 20-second background story. We're gonna blast through this because at this point everybody knows the story. So the star of this frustration is DaBaby and the co-star is Dani Leigh. In that order. We'll get into that in a second. So DaBaby is a 29-year-old rapper. I don't know any of his songs because in 2021 we're more interested in everybody's personal life rather than their talent. He has 2 baby mamas and 3 kids. His baby mamas are both dark-skinned women. The first one is the come-up girlfriend and the last one is called Mimi, and she's the most recent one. He bounced back and forth between this Mimi lady and Dani Leigh for the longest time. In any case, Dani Leigh got him in the end and they made their relationship public by posting this picture. Mimi was shading her by posting various things as well, and they kind of went back and forth, slightly shading each other, but we all knew that they were kind of talking to each other, right? It was quite obvious. They were basically playing a game of, oh, but he with me. Oh no, he with me now. So in any case, Dani Leigh recently came out with a song called Yellow Bone, and the people were not here for it. Basically, what are you trying to say, madam? So he wants you and not her because she's dark skinned. This is literally a song about how he, and the he would refer to DaBaby, who she's dating now, wants her because of her skin tone. We're not looking for love these days, you guys. We're looking for somebody to have the right skin tone.
Yellow bonus, what he wants, what he wants. Yellow bonus, what he wants, what he wants, what he wants. Para Miguel, se lo van. Para Miguel, what I want. Para Miguel, what I said he need a lift, so he had to switch. Let me think of rich. Work me out, fitness, do my dance on the stage. When he shoot, he don't miss. Tight grip, wife this, real bitch. Don't switch, don't. Real, don't switch, don't. Real bitch won't switch, don't switch.
The song actually made no sense, it wasn't necessary, and it pissed a lot of people off. Now, the term yellow bone refers to black people who are light-skinned. Let me say that again. The term yellow bone refers to black people who are light-skinned. Due to the idealization of light skin, women have been forced to go to great lengths to achieve this complexion in hopes of appearing more attractive to the opposite sex. This term yellow bone has gained popularity amongst young black people, and it's used in everyday conversation when referring to light-skinned black people. The term seems to appear everywhere on Instagram, Twitter, basically everywhere on social media, and is used to describe people, and it's also used as a hashtag. The term yellow bone is used as a supposedly positive description and reference to black people who have light skin. The Urban Dictionary describes yellow bone as the lightest type of light-skinned black female. They can often be very rare in comparison to other blacks because there are not many of them in the general black population. People seem to really enjoy being called yellow bone because it supposedly means that they are beautiful. And as the Urban Dictionary put it, rare to see. Well, there's nothing rare to see about it now, because now you've got white people bronzing themselves the heck up to be light skinned, and you've got black people using bleach to lighten their skin. So yeah, it's not a rarity if it ever even was. In all this, there's one very big obvious problem, but maybe not so obvious if you don't know and haven't done any research. But newsflash, Dani Leigh is not black. She is the daughter of 2 Dominican parents. Now, after the detectives of the internet found this out, of course she had to come with an apology, which went a little something like this.
Hey guys, it's Dani Leigh.
Well, she's got one thing right. She's wearing the all-white attire to make herself look very sympathetic. That's what you wear on an apology video. She got that part right. The only thing is she's not sitting on the floor, so I don't know how sympathetic she's gonna come across, but let's just see what she's got to say.
And I just wanted to address what's going on with me right now. I think it's super important because I definitely feel super misunderstood, and you know, my song Yellow Bone is what he wants.
Is the song called Yellow Bone is what he wants, or is it called Yellow Bone? Get it straight, madam.
I think people twisted it into thinking like I'm trying to bash another woman, another skin tone. Like that was never my intention. I wasn't brought up like that. I never looked at my skin as a privilege. I never looked at me as I'm better than somebody because of my skin tone.
The thing is, a lot of people do not believe that, because obviously you're talking about DaBaby, you're with him now, and he was with dark-skinned women in the past. So, and you've been going back and forth. He was bouncing back and forth between you and his dark-skinned baby mama. So if yellow bone is what he wants, that means he doesn't want you, Mimi, because you are dark-skinned. That is the innuendo that people are placing on this song. The timing is just wrong, because you were going back and forth with this baby mama Mimi just recently, and people just don't know why this song needed to be made in general. Like, for what? He wants yellow bone. Okay.
Like, I see brown skin women flaunt their skin all the time in music. Like,
yes, because we've been for decades, centuries, we've not been the beauty standard. People have not seen dark-skinned black women to be beautiful. We have been bashed, we have been bullied, we have been so many things. Bad things have happened to dark-skinned black women, to where they need these songs to lift them up if they were not already sure of themselves, not already confident about themselves. These things are necessary, whereas your skin complexion or actual light-skinned black women have always been seen as, oh, if you're lighter than a paper bag, that's cool. You can get in the clubs, you can get the jobs, you can get the acting roles, you can get all the men, you can get the best of everything, you know. So yes, those songs have been necessary and will be necessary until the standards of beauty change.
Can I talk about mine? If you look at me, I'm light skinned, I'm a yellow bone, in my opinion.
No, you're not light skinned, you're not a yellow bone. You're just not. Look at the dictionary. That would be like me, a whole dark skinned person, saying, oh, I'm another race. Everybody would look at me like I'm crazy, because it's so obvious that you're just not. At the end of the day, you just need to accept who you are, and you are a beautiful white woman. And what's wrong with that?
That's just what I am. So it's like, it wasn't something that I looked at so deeply, which I can see why people will take it deeply. So I understand, and I'm sorry that
you didn't take it deeply. You would understand it. Don't worry about what other people are thinking, what other people are feeling. Just don't worry about that. I don't like when people are doing apology videos and then they start talking about what other people feel, what other people think. There's about 2 to 3 steps to this apology thing. You address the issue, so you mention what it is about, then you mention your parts in it and why it was wrong, and then the third step is you just apologize deeply, sincerely. Look in the camera, don't look all around you. Don't necessarily wear white, you don't necessarily need to sit on the floor. You can wear neon green for all I care. You just need to seem genuine about it. You know, none of this PR stuff that somebody else wrote for you. It needs to be shown and it be clear that this thing came from your heart, your mind, and then people will soften their hearts. But if we talk about, oh, and other people, and I understand this and that, sorry if I hurt you thing, yeah, people don't like that. Because now what are you apologizing for? You're not apologizing for your actions. You're apologizing for how the thing may have made somebody else feel. They didn't need to feel that way, but they felt that way. So anyway, sorry that you felt that way, but you know, not really sorry for what I did.
Sensitive to the topic when I wrote my comment, like, why are you guys taking it so personal? Because it can be a personal thing.
No, because just, I shouldn't have written that. I should have, like, just apologize. We know that you thought differently about this whole thing and probably still do, but an apology video, just apologize or don't make the apology video. It's just as simple as that.
People, because colorism is a real thing. So
it's amazing that you said that, because there's a lot of dark-skinned black people who don't even think, especially men, who don't even think that colorism is a thing. So for you to know that, that's good. We'll give you props for that.
You get it, but I'm not that. I'm not a colorist, I'm not a racist.
And that way may very well be, you know, but the internet is weird. You need to put disclaimers on everything. You need to be clear about everything, because we only see the music you put out, the video clips that are out there of you, and the tweets that you post and the pictures that you post. That's how we get to know you as a public figure. So if you're going to say something that's a little bit controversial, you either gotta bump that thing up with a whole lot of disclaimers, or don't do the thing at all, because this will follow you for forever. It's always going to be part of your career.
Oh, chocolate man, I have beautiful dark-skinned friends. Like,
who let her say this? Who allowed her to say this? The whole my neighbor's boyfriend's cousin's nephew's kitten is black? The whole, yeah, but when I went to the supermarket, I went to a black cashier, so I'm not. This narrative, y'all need to stop. There are people who are married to whole black men and are horrible to all other black people, and vice versa. This happens on all spectrums. It has nothing to do with that. We don't know why you're with this dark chocolate man. Is it for the fame, the status, the money? We don't know. We don't know. And yeah, you know, is there love there? Sure there is, but we don't know. There's so many reasons you can be with somebody in this day and age. It's not just love. So it just doesn't count. It really doesn't. And it's not something that has to be brought up for discussion. We know you mingle with the black folk. That's cool. But that doesn't mean you can say something derogatory or something that's wrong, or, you know, it just doesn't work that way. And again, this is why I said the star in all of this is DaBaby. And that includes anybody else that enabled her, including the fans. And not even Dani Leigh herself. Because as black people, we give so many people a pass. Somebody can walk around, a whole white chick. You knew her when she was white. No doubt about it. She was definitely white. And then all of a sudden, as the years go by, she bronzes the heck out of herself and starts looking more like you, a whole black person. And you let that slide, you don't say a thing, and you call her the N-word, and she's allowed to say the N-word, and all of you're just N-wording up in this piece, and says she's allowed to say things like this, that she's a light-skinned yellow bone, and nobody's there to say, madam, you are wrong. That's not the definition. That's actually, you're absolutely gorgeous, but you are not a black person, and that's fine. Just be confident in who you are. A Latina, baby. Like, what the heck is wrong with that? Somebody should have been there to stop her. She's with DaBaby now, a whole dark-skinned guy. I'm like, okay, he's the star in this too. He needs to educate his woman. What he's saying is wrong. She's in the public eye, and this is making y'all look bad.
And skin isn't something that you can see. Like, it's not.
Ooh-wee. Now she doesn't see skin. If you do not see skin, If you do not see skin, then how did you make a whole song called Yellow Bone? If you do not see skin, how did you know that you are yellow bone as opposed to white, as opposed to a dark-skinned black woman? Obviously, you see skin. That's why you made the song. It's really as simple as that.
Something that I look at, like, you know, so, yeah, I don't live for the internet. Because people don't know me, so that's why I thought it was important to speak on it, because you don't know me, it's like, let me tell you guys what I meant by this. So hopefully you guys can watch this with a open heart, a genuine mind, and just, you know, try to get past it.
You don't tell people whether they should get past it, yes or no. That's up to them. Just do your 3-step apology thing. I just gave you the rule book, okay?
Sorry. Again, if I offended people who are truly offended, I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep grinding, keep doing me, keep posting me, and yeah.
At least you can tell that she wrote this thing, or she's saying it from her heart anyway. Doesn't even seem like she's reading it, but she's saying this from her heart and her mind. It wasn't anybody from some PR that, you know, wrote this. So I guess we can appreciate that.
Everybody has a great Sunday, and yeah, it's all love.
Well, it's all love. That's what she says. Guess we'll have to take your word for it. Yes, you don't see color, but you are yellow bone, as opposed to your dark-skinned friends and your chocolate man. Here's the thing. She will not be cancelled, which I don't even care about, because we all know that that term, it really literally means nothing. But she will also not be educated, because you have people like DaBaby gassing her up, and even her followers / fans, and possibly people in her environment. You got people like the Breakfast Club saying that, oh, but what about the song Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce? The song Brown Skin Girl had nothing to do with, oh, this is the skin color, so I'm about to take your man, or he's with me because of my skin color. It was more about uplifting people with that skin color and saying, look, no matter what everybody's been saying for all these years, all the roles you guys don't get, all the acting gigs you guys don't get, all the things people have said to you from the time you were a child up until now, it doesn't matter. Love your skin. It's beautiful. Skin just like pearl, you know? It's actually uplifting. Whereas this song, first of all, badly done. It's not a hit song. Let's get that straight. The song is not good, and it's not uplifting anybody. I can't even see people who are light-skinned being like liking this song. Like, who does that? You are not light-skinned. You're just like a white lady, and you're talking about yourself being light-skinned for what? You have no business talking about that, right? So anyway, the real question is, if she is light-skinned now with the way she's looking now, then who the heck heck is this? This is a video that Dani Leigh did for Allure a while back. It is obvious that she's a heavily bronzed white woman, and even in that clip with Allure, she didn't bronze herself up the way she's looking now. But now, like, she did bronze herself a little bit though, but now it's over the top. This will be some tanning involved, some bronzing involved. There's a whole lot involved for her to look the way she looks now, because that is not her natural skin tone, and there's no human being on this planet that will get that dark by just tanning. My question is, what the heck is wrong with being white? What is wrong with your own skin color? I thought Latinas used to be extremely proud of their heritage and culture and just where they come from and who they are.
I'm Latina, like a true Latina. What all Latinas do, if you're Latina at least. Okay, Latinas. Latina.
Yes, they're Afro-Latinas, but I feel like she's even doing them a disservice by saying this. You are not black. I don't know why everybody wants to be black now. And it's popping, but the actual black people are left behind in everything and anything. Well, this was something that I just picked up, and I was looking at a lot of people's videos, and I realized that nobody was really picking up on it until I saw Queen Chioma's community post. And I was like, yes, you see, I am not tripping. And at that time, I was already putting this video together. I'm gonna watch her video next after I finish editing this video. And I'll leave links to other great content creators and all the sources that I used for this video in the description box below. Now, the sadder thing is that Yellow Bone isn't even what he wants. He might not know what he wants. And it's safe to say that some of these guys, especially rappers, they just test drive and vroom vroom their way out of these ladies' lives. So whoever will put up with the nonsense next will be what he likes. So you made yourself look interesting. And for what? And yet, this is what happens when you lift somebody up into the highest heavens for doing nothing, just being pretty. Be Simone, anybody? Can talk about that in another video. In any case, that's all I have to say. If you're not already part of the family, make sure you hit bump stomp as well on that subscribe button. Comment because I really want to know what you think. Like because you obviously like this video, and hit the notification bell while you're at it. I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Daily videos up in here. In the meantime, make time for glorious life. It's time to start living it right. God bless.